Hi there. Welcome to the Sunday Solve with me. My name's Katie, and this channel is all about, so far it's all about solving the crossword puzzle. It's called Midlife Glory because I am in my midlife. I have about 4 months until I turn 50. Just saying that is surreal, but I solve the crossword puzzle, the New York Times crossword puzzle every day, and I have for like 25 years. So I think it's fun to do this and have buddies to watch it with me and do it with me. It's fun. Anyway, today's puzzle took a long time. I just did the solve. What you're about to see is that. It's very long. And so instead of clicking off it because the length of the video is scary, I think you should watch it, if not in regular time, watch it like sped up by 2 times. That will give you the full solve. It'll show you the struggle, but it won't be such a time commitment. And I do this puzzle every day, and I have been posting every day, and it's so fun. I want to keep doing it, and I just want to get the word out and let people know that that's what I'm doing, because solving with a community is fun. And so if you would consider, if you're watching, liking the video and or subscribing, just to get the word out and push out the video a little further than it is now, which is pretty small because I just got started. So go ahead and do that. Speed it up. No offense taken. And I'm pretty happy with the solve, even though it took forever. I did not look for any clues, hints, or help. And that's always a banner day in the crossword world life for me. So thanks for being here. Enjoy the solve. Hi. Welcome to Midlife Glory. I'm Katie. I'm in my midlife, and I spend a lot of that doing crosswords. So, in fact, not just crosswords, I do the New York Times crossword, to be exact, every single day. And so I've been streaming it, and it's been very fun. I have loved doing that. Normally, during the week, I stream it from my desk, you know, as I am doing my work or should be doing my work, and I'm doing the crossword puzzle. But today's a little bit different because I'm tired of my dogs right now. They're driving me crazy. They were just out here. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. And my mom is quite sick and has been for a while. And there's just a lot of coughing going on. And I figured, here's the thing. What a perfect opportunity to not be stuck to my desk. So let's do this out here and have a nice Sunday solve with me, you know? So I am going to, and I'm opening the puzzle. Okay, our theme today, first of all, this is written by Adam Wagner and Simeon Siegel. How exciting for us, I guess. And the theme today is split seconds. In fact, here you go. You can see it. I am recording it, but you can see split seconds. And let's just dive in, because why not? I'm kind of excited. I've been having a rough week of it this week, and so I'm hoping, you know, things will be good here. Okay. So right off the bat, number 1, I don't know, but number 6, I do know. So I'm going to hop over there because this is Phoebe Waller-Bridge of Fleabag. She was also oddly in a Star Wars movie, which I didn't see, one of the most recent ones, and the latest Indiana Jones. She was in it. I like her as an actress. I really appreciate her as a writer. I think whatever she writes is really good. Okay, type of red curry, Thai red curry, I think is Penang, however we say that most appropriately, I guess. Here's the thing. I'm going to move you in a little bit. I'm all for a wide angle, you know, but I feel like You're very far away from me. Okay. Good adjustment. I love it. Okay. All right. Corrida cry. Ole. That's been in here so much. I'm thankful for it, actually. Thank God. Class 4 immigrants in brief, ESL. We've seen this. I've already talked about this week. Go back and watch. If you're solving every day, go back and watch some of the ones I did this week. You'll start to see, I think it's a bummer that people don't at least try, especially if you're just getting started out on the crosswords. If you don't try every day, you're missing out on key clues that get dropped. You know, the puzzles kind of build, and I think this is probably Will Shortz's influence and his work as an editor. The clues repeat or they build on themselves sometimes. And things like Ole, you just learn over time. That's always going to be the answer. That's a sure bet. So if you're just coming in on a Sunday to do the Sunday puzzle, that could be very difficult. I would highly encourage you to try even some of the earlier days of the week. I don't know that I would jump right into Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That might be demoralizing. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, totally, you've got those. So jump in there and if you're only coming for Sundays right now, jump in and do an earlier puzzle in the week. You start to learn the language. Crosswords are like a second language in a way. Okay, 10 down. Tries to rile is on social media. I believe that's going to be baits, like trolls do. And leave one's mark, say, is, I think, etch. Excoriates is probably rails at. You know, you get yelled at real bad, someone's excoriating you. Windy little day today. All right, let me see if I can make an adjustment here to make a little steadier. Okay, the problem with the other angle is, let me see if I can sturdy. I'm sitting on a hill, and I really wanted to show you the beauty back here, but I can't turn so that the wind is just blowing at me to keep the hair out of my face because I will fall down the hill. So let's just keep heading on. Okay. Broccoli, 20 down, broccoli Rob, even though it is spelled R-A-B-E, and that gives us angelic. What? With 23 and 24 across, airport announcement. Requirement to practice, perhaps. Oh. Okay, I wonder if this is going to be a rebus today. However, angelic, there's not many other possibilities for that kind of setup, and I think the down clue is going to be high something. North African fortress in one spelling. The answer is Kasbah. I don't know what the spelling's going to be. They might spell it with a K. I'm going to put that in right away and see if 5 down. Yeah, 5 down. Deal with it. You think that's going to be like cope or something. I don't think so. I think that's deck, which does kind of confirm to me that Kasbah is right, spelled with a K as an alternative. Okay, I've never seen that. I've only seen it spelled with a C, but I guess I'll take your word for it. Soda brand named for a volcano. We'll come back to that. Facts and figures, 27 down, are stats. I work with them all the time. Love a stat. And see, I'm telling you what's happening here. Okay, sorry, just working it out. Okay, with 32 and 35 across, Oh. Interesting. Okay, so the theme is taking us, it's creating phrases out of multiple answers. Now here's the thing. Some board game surfaces. We'll have to see. Long instrumental piece, I'm thinking is sonata. That is 39 across. Soda brand, still don't know. Help in a pinch. Don't know. Slugger's tally. Slugger's tally. Free of bumps. Smooth? I don't know if that's right, but it does fit, and we'll find out in a second. Seasoning that imparts umami. Oh, MSG. So smooth is probably right. Am I dreaming? Question mark. With 50 and 54 across, serious props. Had an evening meal. I can't wait to see how this theme plays out. Some animation files are GIFs. And laid eyes on, but good. Well, that sounds creepy. I'm not sure what that is, but phrases preceding lyrics. And help in a pinch. Let's just keep moving along and filling in what we can. All right. I love clues like this. There's only one answer to this. Vice President Agnew is Spiro. Weird name. Also highly, highly corrupt. Vice President of highly corrupt President Richard Nixon. If you want to know more about Spiro Agnew, Rachel Maddow has a great podcast called Bagman, also a book. You never knew. Not exactly 57 across is ish. That's a new kind of fill that keeps showing up quite a lot. Red-haired hunter in Genesis is Esau. And record of money owed. Okay. I don't know. Hems and Haws is 56 down. 8th Avenue Express line. I don't know. I'm just going to not even think about the theme ones for now because we just don't have enough filled in. So I'm going to press ahead on those, and when we get more letters in, we'll come back and try to wrangle there. A word opportunity. In brief. Okay, I'm at 41 across. Former ally of France, Italy, Japan, the US, the UK, and West Germany. Starting with the G? I don't know. I have questions. Basic school subject. Also don't know. Okay, 32 across is part of the theme. We just don't have enough there. I feel like we're striking out slightly here. But that's okay. Let's come over to 42 down. Yeah. Okay. We're getting clever with these. Okay. Here's a kind of group of clues. Whenever they talk about the Urals, I think that's the way you say it. It's a mountain range that it divides Russia and China. So it's over in that part of the world, and you will see this constantly, either as an answer or a clue. I did not know. There's also a sea over there that is drying up, and it's called the Aral Sea, A-R-A-L. That shows up a lot too. This is why the answer is Nyet, though, because it's a Russian reference, and a demerral in Russian would be, yeah, no, I don't speak Russian. I don't pretend that I do, but I do know that answer. Okay, I'm at 29 down. I'm kind of just working my way systematically. Suffix with Brooklyn, I think this could be IT, but I don't, like IT, someone that lives there. I don't know. America's largest labor union. I would think it's the Teamsters. And this makes me wonder. No, I don't think there's a rebus in today's puzzle, which would like condense several letters into one square. So I'm going to just keep that in mind because that's a weird way. I would also think that option could be like AFL-CIO, but how does that fit in there? So we'll just wait and see. I don't know if you can hear all the lawn care going on today, but if you can't, it's out there. Trust me. Okay, scratch and sniff samples. Classic film said to be the most quotable movie of all time. I think it's Casablanca. Because it is classic and it is quoted all the time. The Wildcats of the Big 12 Conference. Is it, no, Penn State's Nittany Lions. Well, okay, that one I'll probably be able to get. Sonnet adverb or suffix. I don't know. It could be FETH, but I don't know. Drink following a shot. Drink following a shot. A chaser. I was going to say beer, but doesn't fit, so. Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't try that. I would have put the wrong word in 12 down if I had gone with the initial. Okay, 24 across is part of the clue. I'm very confident that this is going to be I think, but I don't know if that makes it Brooklynese. Brooklynese? I don't know. I need some sustenance. To help me figure that out. Okay, snuggle. I don't know. Okay, website 47 across is Angie. Those commercials are ubiquitous. I feel like I've seen them 7,000 times. Okay, 37 down, the eldest Levy in Schitt's Creek, best show ever, I love that, is Eugene. And he is famous for lots of stuff, all the Christopher Guest movies, but my newest favorite of his is a travel show that he does on Apple TV. I think it's called The Uncomfortable Traveler or something like that. It is very good. If you haven't seen it, and you have Apple TV, I highly recommend. Not many people like it. He is completely neurotic and a little complainy, and I feel like that's my vibe. So he's speaking my language. Oh, 59 across, bit of Great British Baking Show fare, is scone. As they would say it on that show, scone. They're always making scones. Which they somehow, listen, British Baking Show, don't try to tell me that your biscuits are better than cookies, and American pies are delicious. So you can keep your weird meat pies, okay? And mince pies. Nobody wants to eat that. That was a little aggressive. I love the British Baking Show, so no shade. And I'm so sad that Prue Leith is not going to be a judge anymore. Although I acknowledge she's like 86 years old, so she's allowed to retire, but I am going to miss her. I liked her better than Mary Berry, because Mary Berry just gives off a like Julie Andrews on steroids vibes. And I like Julie Andrews, but that can be a lot. Okay. I still don't know 36 Down, this musician reference. I don't know. Okay, like many cathedrals, I was hoping this would be something like a vaulted, or speaking about the architecture, it might still be, but I don't know what this is. Did some housekeeping. I'm pretty sure both of these are going to end in D, so I'm going to fill that in, but that's all I know. 54 Down, responsive comprehension is IC, and I don't think a day has gone by this week where this exact answer hasn't been in the puzzle. Oh, did some housekeeping is cleaned, I'm pretty sure. Out of fear of. Lest. Condemn. Oh my gosh, my nose is itching so bad. That's the thing about nature. It seems like a good idea until it starts attacking you, and then I'm rethinking everything. Let's see if we can. Okay, I think I'm getting a toehold into what these themes are going to be, and you'll see why this is tricky. So if I come up to 54, that is clearly inner. And when I look at the clue, for the theme, the last part of it is had an evening meal. And I think that's going to be ate dinner. Now the question is, serious props. And I'm wondering if literally these clues are like sitting, or these answers are sitting next to each other. They're not necessarily going to make a comprehensive answer. I don't know. That would be weird, but I think we're onto something here. I don't know exactly what yet, but I think that's right. This is the way abbreviation is going to be. Ooh, nope, typed that in wrong. It's going to be route. This is the way. Take that route. Abbreviated, RTE. Whenever this comes up, that is the abbreviation. They will not abbreviate it. I've never seen it another way. Philippe's head. Philippe is a French name, and if Philippe speaks French, his head would be tête, which tête-à-tête we know as a phrase, head to head. So guess what? I think do you hear that train? I sure hope you do. That is the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, and it's running down. I can't walk to it, but it's close. Condemn is decry, I hope, because that's a great answer. Don't often see that word. Some eels, I've gone down to 74 just to see if we can fill in some more of this center section. And the answer to 74 is going to be morays. Moray eels are a thing. And if I've said this before, or you haven't heard me say it, eels freak me out. And exactly here's why. Snakes, already questionable. Snakes that are fish, too much. Can't do it. Okay, Underworld Boss, 69 down. You'd think that's a mafia clue, but the question mark tells me this is going to be like a Greek or Roman god, is my guess. Like, who is the king of the underworld? I don't know it off the top of my head. I'll recognize it as we get there. Shorten could be trim. Let's see. Yeah, I think 84 across is rid. I'm going to fill this in, trim, because I believe then 66 across Oh, that's the actual clue that's going to give us the direction of the theme. And my guess is the last word there is going to be 3. And so, Hades, boss of the underworld. I've been doing this for a while. You like start to share a brain with the people who write the puzzles. And I should say this, not to keep it too long, but I give all the credit to the crossword writers, constructors, because I have gotten good at solving crosswords. Writing them is a whole nother ball game. I have tried, and wow, it is so hard. So I'm going to complain about the clues, but nothing but respect for my dudes that wrote this. Swingers warning. Swingers warning. I don't know. We'll find out. Amount that ain't bad, so to speak. Or what to make with 6 sets of answers. That's not helpful. Word opportunity in brief is a nom, I think. The wind is picking up just a little, so I'm going to steady us. Okay? Thank you. All right. Record of money owned. That is still, and maybe this isn't right. I'll play it by ear. Okay. 8th Avenue Express line is A train. I don't know why I couldn't see that before. It's not like I added anything, but object of spiritual significance. 66 down is Tess. And that's Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Guess what? I'm now wondering if this is right. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. So here we go. 2 out of 3 is the answer to this theme, clue, suggestion, I guess. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So what we're doing here is, as we've already somewhat guessed, and I'm going to come up to 48 because that's where we're closest so far, we're going to have 3 separate clues that make 2 answers. So we kind of figured it out already, and now we're validated in that. And we'll have to see how it plays out. Let's come up here. Okay. We're not any closer there. That's okay. Object. Okay. Let's keep going down and see how much we can just... There's so much of this puzzle we haven't done yet. Creative evaluation of a sort. This could be art test or something like that, which annoys me because... Object of spiritual significance, though, 62 down becomes totem. And as a sociologist, boy, do I love a totem. And I love talking about them. Okay, a bevy of quails. They had a funny, yesterday was a harem of female sea otters or something, was a harem. A mob of, I don't know what. We know it's going to end in S, and I think that means this could be scram, which I'm going to fill in because I feel pretty good about that. And let's see how that plays out over time. Maybe we can get a couple of these. I think this is going to be lead, which is funny because when we use the phrase bury the lead, I always thought it was spelled L-E-A-D, like the leading message. It is not. It is spelled this way. I'm not sure why. Out of the ordinary is rare. Gloom. Mire. But that doesn't do any... Oh, yes it does. Emus. Let's try it. I think that's right. Yeah. And this will be Meyer. And this is USA. I mean, ooh. Oh. Okay. Swinger's warning. I didn't know where we were going with this. It is 4. And the swinger would be the swinger of a golf club. Okay. Do you see how crazy this is, right? So with 88, 87, 88, 89 straight across, syntax reversing, rhetorical device, small peelable citrus fruits. I don't know. Can't wait to see. Performs a simple operation is adds, like adds, subtracts, a mathematical operation. Here's the thing. Right here. It's humid out here. What can I tell you? Oh, national flower of Mexico. I don't know that, but Dahlia, maybe? I think that's right. That is not going to help us at the moment. One of the 7 dwarfs, Sleepy. Hint, not hint, dare, name the 7 dwarfs. No cheating. I bet you can't do it. All right, let's just see this. No need to hurry. Like some security measures, this I bet is going to be time, which makes combined probably in 1. I don't know the rest right now, but we're making progress. We're filling stuff in. What wristwatch straps are designed to accommodate? Flexibility. That is not going to be like flexibility of like the body. It's going to be, I don't know, something more maybe work related, something like that. Subdue by stunning, tase. Chest beaters. I don't know. You know what? I just happened to see this. So guess what? The small peelable fruit. Where am I? The small peelable citrus fruits are clementines. Yeah. So we know that's going to end in MIS. And I don't know what that is. But at least we got clementines. Resident of the so-called nation of poets. This is going to be a country reference. And I don't know what country it is. Why, you little... Don't know. Third most common suffix in country names after ia and land, stan. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan. They love the stans over there in the former Russian states. Or, former Russian, but also former USSR. Feature of an intersection that forces a turn is like a T something. T, I would say stop, but that's obviously doesn't fit here. T, I don't know. Okay. Expose inverse is going to be ope. I think a better clue for that would be something about the Midwestern use of the word ope to fill in like pretty much anything. And I am one of those people, so ope could mean like in the grocery store if I accidentally hit your cart, ope, so sorry. Ope, let me open that door. You know, it's like a filler. That's so, oh. Manufacturer's gross product. I don't know. It's getting breezy out here, kids. I don't want you to fall over. Okay. Polite refusal is going to be no or not, so and I think this is going to be S. I'm just going to fill it in. Oh boy. Like some security measures. Okay, that's okay. It's a word that's going to start with alt. So I just saw that in there and I was like, wow, something's very wrong, but I think we're okay. All right, let's see if we can nail out some of these. Brought two together, I think, is wed. Kolsch, kirsch, or saison. Ale, I think. Let's just check. Ugh. Upper crusters are elites, so I think we're okay with ales here. Fine, if not great. Fine, if not great. Decent. A sandwich with sauerkraut is a Reuben. The best sandwich ever. I mean, can we be honest? But here's the thing. You have to have it with the Russian dressing. Have to. I don't understand people who eat it dry. Ugh. The Russian dressing is the key to everything because it makes it sour and sweet then. And salty. I mean, you've got all the pieces right there. Pass before a basket. Assist, like in basketball. Was a bit something. Let's try it. What is interesting though is you can see if this is right, and we can try it in others, though I don't think we have any of the first words. This is an actual word, so it's not going to be nonsense letters. It is fitting in. It's just that the clue is totally making it different. Leaning type. Oh, this has been showing up recently. It's becoming fill or kind of like that, like crossword puzzle knowledge. Leaning, you read it like I read it, leaning type. But it's actually a typeface that is leaning. Leaning type is italicized or italics, and then they ask for the abbreviation, which is, you know, as it is written here. Early Google algorithm for determining the importance of websites. I do not know. Oh, of an unspecified position in a sequence, 99 down is nth, like to the nth degree. We use that colloquially to mean, you know, a crazy degree or something. But actually, when you're studying math, n takes the place of whatever the actual degree is that you're going to be looking. It's like an x in algebra. That might not be my last iced coffee today. I'm just going to say. Have I had another one before this? Yeah. I spelled Reuben wrong, and because of that, and when I correct it, this can become Russian. I was hoping this would be like take your time or something. Of course, it couldn't be that simple. Let's see. Initially offered lesser charge. Trickle rate? Could that be it? I just bought an electric car and I've been reading about trickle rate. That could be right, or it could be completely ridiculous. This will tell the tale. And guess what? I think this is epic. And I think this is, I don't know. That looks crazy. Of course, we won't know. Fears, maybe, is 79 across. And so, confirm. Okay, maybe fears is not right. I would say confirm would mean to accept. Like if we're talking about a friend request, you accept a friend request. I'm going to take fears out. I'm going to put accept here. And let's fill in art test. Okay, art test. That one looks to me like they got to the end of constructing this and they're like, what do we do with this? Oh, let's call it an art test. I'm wondering if this is pick. Ooh. Something got weird up here. This doesn't look right. On the other hand, that also doesn't look right. What is this? First responders, first response. What? No need to hurry. Crap. We've worked our way into... I feel like this is what's been going on this whole week. Sometimes things really flow, and then there's this, which is not really flowing. That's how I feel about this. Let's see if we can get some of these and work our way back over there. It does make me nervous when we have this because that is a closed section, like where 70 is, where accept is down. And so, you know, I did go out on a limb and think maybe this was trickle rate, but that doesn't even fit. So I'm taking it out. I got excited, but trickle rate is not a thing. Okay. Although I do think that could be... Okay, enthusiastic, I thought could be rabid. It doesn't fit, obviously. First responders, first response. The other thing I don't know, like this spells a word down here, and we're spelling a word here. If we come up here, that is not a word. Like missile. There's a mistake here. This is going to be muck. What does this do? Out of the ordinary. This screws me up otherwise here. However, out of the ordinary. This makes me feel better that this center word is now muscle man. And rank something does make sense. Let's keep going. We can do this. Was a bit too Okay, I'm on to something. This is going to be leeway because the banned ingredient in red number 3 is dye. Dahlia, maybe this is not right because this, I think, yeah, it is not right. We've got some rectifying to do here. I think we're going to see, yes. So the wristwatch is any size. This is going to be sneezy. This is DSW. Org banning. That is probably the FDA. Was a bit... And it's not going to be 2. It's going to be... Was a bit odd. So we've ended that clue. Okay. We're back in the game. Now, the question is, how do you spell... Okay. I think this was right. I just needed to take it out of there to see it. This is making me nervous. Combined. Let's keep going. I have this, I and N, I have that marked as questionable because I don't know what kind of word this is, this center thing. I meant it, which could be an actual answer, and that's fine. Polite refuse. No, sir. No, sir. No. Okay, it's confirmed right, but how annoying. Hearts are chest beaters. They beat in your chest. Okay, whatever. Thoroughfare through New York City's Chinatown. I don't know. Counterpart to nuts 113 down is soup. Gosh, this ant is wanting to be near me very closely. Okay, let me gain my composure. Soup to nuts. Homes characterized by half timbered walls. I don't know. Okay, let's see if we can... Okay, was a bit odd. And then the second half of this is not as frequently, is less often. So finally, we can see how this is going to roll. So each of these we know has to be its own word. And then you read it across to form 2 answers. So 3 words equals 2 answers, which does fit the 2 out of 3 cluing for us, which is, you know, whatever. Thank you. Needing. Okay, I don't know that one, but 128 across is passé. Oh. Dessert to Brits. Well, I would think this would be pudding. Again, the British baking show, but it's clearly not. So let's keep going. I wonder if this could be the abbreviation for telephone. You know, business address includes telephone. or actually more likely, because it says address, it probably is STE, which is sweet. And I'm going to keep that for now. Yeah, so this will be dense, which is the kneading. Like some security measures is anti-theft. So it's not dense, it's tense. Anti-theft. And that gives us heft. We're 3/4 of the way done. I feel like the puzzle is breaking in our favor now. We've got it. Let's put the pedal to the metal here. Of course. Afters. Never heard that before, but what do I know? Okay, this style of home, half-timbered walls, is Tudors, like the House of Tudor, the royal family Tudors, War of the Roses people. Why, you little son of a... I hope that's what this is, and I think it is. Yeah, declaration and the like are manifestos. Manifestos. Okay, great. Manufacturer's gross product is smog. Pollution. That makes sense. I like that. Okay. Some microwaves are GEs. I don't like this. It's a cop-out. But this is T-shape. And this is Shiloh, I think. And that makes it Somali. And for the residents of the so-called nation of poets, Somali. And the thoroughfare in Chinatown is Mott Street. Apologies for the notification. Okay. All right. We're making our way, guys. Making our way. Magician. Musician is Lennon. I knew it was going to be, John Lennon, right? Snuggle. No. This could not be nuzzle up. Could it? I would think this is cuddle up. Let's keep filling in here. Let's see if we can get this one. Laid eyes on, but good. Took stock of. Could it be? I'm starting to get risky. No. Okay. That would be nice. Oh. Country whose flag is known as the tricolor. Although, look at that. So, I thought the tricolor was French. But now, I don't know. Stiff. Rigid. Could it be Ireland? I mean, it sure looks like whatever this language is, looks like it could be Irish. I mean, it's unreadable. Pieces of Indian music, I think is this. I don't know how to pronounce it. Raga? I know at least that's a type of Indian music. Love to pieces is adored. Okay, well, this is good news, because remember I said angelic looked weird for this clue? It's actually not, and I'm glad for that. Airport announcement would be a gate change. That's terrifying. I don't know what that is. Got something. Tubers from the gem state are Idaho's. And breakthrough cry is aha. Sorry, I just typed that wrong. Okay. So this is not a word, but I think this is right, because when I read it as a word, I'm like, what is GA-Tech? But it's GA Tech, Georgia Tech, and that is a thing. So I'm okay with that for now. Now here's the thing. So listen. What's happening up here though? Oh my God. That's a disaster. Gotta look of? That doesn't make any sense. Help in a pinch. Aww. Serious props. Hang on. I'm gonna take this out because that seems not right. I'm now wondering if this is right. So listen. I feel like that could be right. Every time I think it's a good idea to solve the puzzle in real time, I rethink it because this takes so long. We're at 53 minutes. Scratch and sniff samples. I'm taking accept out. We're just not making any progress on it, and it seems weird. Okay. Syntax for... Okay. Well, we know Clementine's is there. This syntax reversing rhetorical advice or device, what the heck? First responders, first response. I wonder if this is something that would end like that. No need to hurry. Rampant, rampid, rampic, ramp. I can't get rabbit out of my head for that one. All right. Stick with me. I'm going to solve this someday. So listen. Some board game surfaces. Oh, okay. Well, we can fill that in. Inspired. Can we get some of this? Serious props. Can we get this? Chit? Okay. Mad respect. Listen, the thing with the puzzle is as long as you're making progress forward, you're still in the game. It's when you get stagnant that things get scary. So as long as you can get a new word in, you're active. And this then could become got a load of. Get a load of this. Got a load of. Not my favorite. Never in a million years would you say that, but you know, whatever. Phrases preceding lyrics are intros. They are musical phrases. Help in a pinch, a bet. A pinch being okay. I hate when I do this. The problem was the tense. I put in past tense. It is not. Shasta is the brand. I don't even know if they sell Shasta soda anymore. It was in the 70s and 80s for sure. So listen, checks out, and we now have almost pretty much the entirety of the Northwest section, which is exciting. Former ally. Okay, listen. This has to be Penang Curry because so listen works. But I cannot for the life of me. Guam? Oh, wait. All right, another misread by me. Former alliance. We're not looking for a country. And I think this is G6. Come on, Katie. Lofty pitches. High C's. That is a lofty pitch. God, those are high. Basic school subject. Don't think about it. Like 88% of UAE, those are expats. So I was thinking religious somehow, like some kind of like cultural thing. No, they're expats. That does make sense. Okay. Yeah, this is spry. And the way to do this clue, obviously, is you fill in the words the letters that are missing from this word, and that word makes sprightly. So we're good. And basic school subject is history, which gives us stenches, which, yes. And then we've got chess tables. So some game surfaces are chess tables. So the two answers in this one are so listen, chess tables. All right. I'm going to put East. Okay, you know what? This is going to be nestle up. I don't like it. When have you ever said that phrase? That is not a thing. I don't like it. Scratch and sniff samples are scents. Okay, maybe I'm just getting annoyed with this puzzle. Look, my battery's gone down by 25% since we started this. How interesting. Ball pit. Okay, I don't know what this is yet, but this is going to be a school, and that's going to end with U, so it's like maybe LSU or something like that. And so we'll go with that. All right, gate change worked out, and now the second half of this clue, requirement to practice is licensure. You see that? So we've got the three answers that are okay on their own, but then the you know, you take those three together and they read gate change, licensure across those three clues. Oh, neat. What I haven't thought about this puzzle. I'm a hater this week on the New York Times. I think it's because I feel like they're being so extra. I just want it to be easier. Don't you? I just want it to be easier. Why do I have to fight so hard for this? Sonnet adverb or suffix. Ball pit? Ball pit? Why can't I think of the Wildcats? Ugh, this is annoying. It's the Big 12. It's not ISU. I wonder, oh, sorry, I'm blowing out your ears. I wonder if this is like ever, you know, abbreviated like ear. But then how that, oh, it is that. So what was throwing me off was what the reference to the suffix is. The suffix would be the suffix of sonnet. So if you're someone who writes a sonnet, you're a sonneteer, I guess, like a mouseketeer, just lamer. I wonder if this is Dre. Ball pit. Something is annoying me back here. Okay, ball pit. Ball pit. Socket. Socket. That's the answer. I like that one. I like it. I'll give it to him. That's a good one. Confirm as a friend request. Okay, listen, we're right there. Let's go. You know, here's the thing about doing the crossword in nature. Bugs. You know, if I'm on my couch, no bugs. Worries. I still feel like this is frets, and it's not gonna be because that's an... Okay. What if... Do we live in a world where this could be cares? So if you're worried, you care. I'm so worried that I won't finish this puzzle. I care that I finish this puzzle. Can I talk myself into that? Maybe. Okay. Epic was wrong. It's eras, Katie. I'm not a Swiftie, but even I should know that. Which then leads us to triage here. Triage. That's the answer. I feel good about that. Enthusiastic. This I can confidently say is right, because this becomes page rank, and that makes sense. Okay, at least totally makes sense for an early algorithm. I don't, listen. Okay, funny and probably not coincidental. Enthusiastic is rah. Okay, fine. Now, wow. Okay, I'm thinking, And I'm hoping we're going to solve the puzzle here. And if we don't, I may abandon this because I don't know if I can go back and search for mistakes. I think this is going to be teaser rate, which would make this chiasmus, being the syntax reversing rhetorical advice. Chiasmus. It sounds right. I mean, not knowing anything about rhetorical devices. Now, here's the issue. It's not an issue. I feel confident here. Dare I say that? So what was throwing me off is I just wasn't reading what was there. So this, because I think it's teaser rate, this becomes there's time anti-theft. And I kept wanting to say there is time and it wasn't fitting. So that was my hold up. Okay, moment of truth. Uh-oh. Just no. Okay. That's like every day this week I've had to do this. Let's just look to make sure. There's been a lot of changes here, so yeah. Maybe it's something really straightforward that I just, left like a tense issue or something like that. Spectated. I feel like that's right. I'm just going through and I'm reading to make sure that there's not simple, like a simple mistake, like a misspelling or something. I think I found it. This doesn't make any sense. Out of the ordinary is not care. It is rare, which would make this murk, which I think is a fake word. But this could be it. Fingers crossed. That was it. Now, 27 minutes slower than my average. I'll admit, lots of chatting here, so that does slow down the time. But that was a hard puzzle. There's no doubt. That one really gave me a run for my money. And sometimes that's just how it goes. And I will also say this. I think it's not a coincidence that I've been having this issue all week long. Now, I know the chatting does add a whole element to things because I'm chatting and I'm distracted ever so slightly, right? However, my experience is that sometimes when you're doing these puzzles for a long time, you will hit a stretch of time where like Will Shorts is pissy today or something. Or he's feeling, I feel like I blame it on the editor and I'm sure he loves it. But there's just fussy things about the puzzle. And it could be that it's not fussy things about the puzzle. It's just I'm not jiving with it, And so it's my thing, but I have wrestled with every single puzzle this week in this way. Very rarely have I think Monday was the only day that I hit it and boom, it was right. So, I count Sundays as a closing out of the week prior because that's how the clues work. The Sunday is the culmination of the Monday through the Saturday in the way I interpret it. And so I'm not surprised that I wrestled with this one too, because that's how it's been going all this time. So anyway, I'm very glad that we figured it out. I'm actually glad that I came out here. I haven't sat outside and gotten this much fresh air, and I don't know how long. So I'm glad that nature was able to serve the purpose today and sit with me. And even I've enjoyed, when I've looked at the screen, seeing this background. It's nice. So just felt like a time to seize the moment, and I did. So happy Sunday. I have no qualms about you watching this on double or triple speed if you're able, because this truly took forever, but it's done. And now I can move on with all of the chores that I've been procrastinating about by doing this. So thanks for joining. And I'll see you tomorrow for the start of the next puzzle week. And hopefully we can bring these in, you know, a little more straightforward with a little less mistakes. Yeah, full speed ahead. So happy weekend. Have a good Sunday. I hope your weather is like ours. And I'll see you tomorrow.